Hey guys, welcome to Kai Dragon Gardening and Cooking, where it is almost fall. We have exactly 2 or 3 days left, and then it'll be September. Now's the time to start getting your fall crops in. If you didn't have a good harvest this year, don't fret. It's all learning. It's all about sowing and growing, trying to figure out the best combination for things, trying to figure out your soil. Sometimes you have to change out the soil entirely. This year was probably one of the embarrassing things for potatoes. I tried a different experiment, put them right in the ground, and put a couple in grow bags, and got little pea-sized potatoes, as you guys will see in one of the videos. It was disappointing, but I realized, the soil was too hard, and it needed to be amended with compost and all sorts of stuff. So we're going to be redoing a lot of that this fall, and fall's a great time to kind of take stock in what you got, what you want to do for the winter time. Do you want to put crops in the ground during the winter time, so that way when early spring comes they're ready? There's carrots, there's onions, there's a lot of things that you can plant now that you can have ready for a spring harvest. That's the thing. There's always something to do in the garden, even during fall and winter. I'm sure you're going to be pulling up a lot of plants after the first frost, but at the same time, you're amending the soil, you're adding compost to soil, you're covering up the beds, you're laying out what you're going to plant next year, you're taking stock of your seed counts because maybe you didn't get enough seeds for this project. One bad harvest that we had this year, did great with zucchini the first of the year. Vine borers got us, and the hard part with vine borers is there's a few ways you can deal with them, but sometimes, once they're inside the plant, there's not a lot you can do. Diatomaceous earth is something that you can use, but the problem with diatomaceous earth is you spend a lot of money trying to put it on your plants, and if you get a rainfall or something that's going to hit around the plant, you're going to have to reapply it, and that stuff gets expensive over time. We're still trying to figure out ways to beat the vine borers. So me and Mom have given up, because one of the things that we love to do is grill zucchini, make zucchini bread, have zucchini as noodles for trying to lose weight. There's a lot of things you could do. I'm going to try this weekend to plant some zucchini seeds. See if we can. I'm not going to do too many. I'm going to see if we can still get a harvest before the end of October. Because here's the thing, it's all gamble. You may not see a cold snap until November. You may not see a cold snap until December. Just weather can be strange. Typically we've had cold snaps about October 21st, 22nd-ish, somewhere around there, where that's the first big cold day. But the thing about it is you can still try to salvage stuff. Last year I did an experiment in one of the grow beds, which we'll probably do that this year again. We've getting some clear tarps, which is growing just small greens like your spinach, your green beans, your cabbage in a small confined space, using clear tarp to heat up the plants during the day, use boiling water at night. There's just different options we're looking at to try to keep them warm, because I was very successful up until we hit about -4, which then just wiped everything out. There's not much you can do at that point. So there is still ways to kind of grow and build a makeshift greenhouse cheap, which is kind of the goal of everything. But don't be discouraged. If you didn't have a great harvest or you missed out, prepare now. There's always a great opportunity to start earlier in the spring and kind of figure out what you're planning.
Another thing that's very helpful, keep a journal. Write down some of the things that you had great success with, write down the things that you weren't successful with, and then do some research and figure out what you can do to maybe make it better, so that way you can focus on that if you want to try it again for next year. Keeping a journal in the garden is really a fantastic way to beat the garden game.
And just to add to that, that's what you see Anne reading from every time she does a video, because sometimes she can't keep it all straight because she's a wealth of knowledge. So yeah, when you see her sitting there with the glasses and reading, yep, that's her journal. She has tons and tons of notes in there. So she is right on that. It's a great way to kind of keep track of everything. You can even do a blueprint of your garden and kind of figure out how you're going to layer everything out at the start of March. You can even start growing plants in your house with the right stuff, which we'll cover that in another video this fall and winter. That way you guys can kind of see the process to really start early and have some good plants. So that's kind of one of our goals. But anyway, that's all I got to report today. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell. Help us hit that 1,000 by the end of the year. And yeah, we'll still be doing gardening videos about 5 times a week. Like I said, during the fall and winter, we may be working on some science projects and stuff, so it may be down to just 3 videos a week, just so we get you some nice quality stuff out there. But you know, we'll keep you guys posted and alert. Keep growing, sowing and growing, and as Mom would say, gardening is like dragon's fire.
Yeah, gardening is fire.